Welcome to my house, aka channel. Um, yeah, I am on the East Coast. Whatever. I'm in California right now. Words, geography. So it's only 9 for me right now, but yeah, I have some night owls with me. So, if you guys would like to introduce yourself, why are you super snazzily awesome?
Okay, well, I see the finger of doom, so it is me. Hey, good people, I am Portia. I write poems and occasionally get to hang out with my friends. I'm so excited. Oh, thank you. So link to that book is in my Ko-fi in the underneath the bar, and that is me. And back to you, Sir Gray.
Hi, what's good, everybody? My name is Grayson Wild, and I write with pride. I like diving into fantasy, high, low, and all in between, accompanied by a warm mug of coffee. I'm a black trans man who occasionally creates maps for books and novels. I'm currently working on a paranormal romance temporarily called Project Bloodweave. And thank you for inviting me, Laura.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Guys' faces. So, um, this is Michael's Writeathon, which is in verse. So there are poems for every stream. So let me read mine. As you could probably guess from the thumbnail, this one is Ghost. So
Ooh,
I picked it because, it's Ghost. So here's the poem. I wonder why it is that when a person passes on, we view them as a fiendish foe, at least if until dawn. I can see how something strange can cause us fear and strife, but there is nothing strange about what lies as afterlife. We are all but stars that shine until our times have gone, so look to heaven without fear, if at least until dawn. And that is Michael's poem. So, hey.
nice. I like that.
Sometimes I can read. Sometimes I have issues.
But you write the most delicious horror things ever, and we love them. And
Thank
oh my
you.
God, if it was a movie, I'd be too much of a whip to watch. But as long as it's written down, I'm like, I can do it.
I don't think you realize that you have literally changed the way I look at Pringles. I can't look at Pringles the same way thanks to you. So,
Me either.
Same with Esther. She won't eat Pringles. Like, those who don't know, it's a horror story from the POV of a Pringle as the Pringle and their family are being consumed. So, yeah, very fun, very fun.
yeah,
Let's say
about
hi
three
to the
times I went to
chat.
go reach for a can and I paused, like, ooh, I'll skip this.
Oh, consume the Pringles. So Coffee Create Connect says, "Yay! I'm so excited to have a midnight writing friend. My family is finally all asleep, and this is perfect writing time. But I'm usually writing alone at this hour." Um, uh, how is everybody? I'm doing pretty good. I had strawberry pie. So my
Nice.
mom made a fresh strawberry pie. She went to the fields this morning and got a flat of strawberries and made the pie. So let me torment you with pictures of this pie.
Oh, that looks so good. That looks
Ooh,
so good.
oh my gosh.
We get a second pie tomorrow. I'm
Oh,
so excited.
So I'm coming down to Cali real fast
Yes,
for
yes.
some pie.
like I'm
Uh,
gonna brave Southwest Airlines and all the crazies that use Southwest Airlines to get pie.
sounds good. They say I just finished my rough draft a couple days ago. Yay. Now running it all through Pro Writing Aid. Congrats on finishing the draft. So I spilled the beans. I finished my draft 7 on Monday of my middle grade horror.
Seven.
Yeah. So yeah, I it's going through one more beta reader in May, so um, yeah, I'm super stoked. And then I'll be querying it in June, and I am so excited.
Oh
And
wow.
I have a guest here on my floor. Hello.
Is it the
It's my
puppers?
sister with my dog.
What are you laughing for?
Don't start laughing until all of us have left. The first of May.
I didn't
No,
think I
excuse
was
me, the
gonna
second of
crack
May.
up the voice. Silly boy.
Okay.
Yeah, 2nd of May.
Come on, Rick.
I'm
Come on.
doing a challenge right now. It's an 80-day challenge. So April, all of April until May 1st is plotting and
So,
planning, and then we're like learning different styles of writing, and then all of May is drafting, and then most of June is editing because I
Grayson, you
actually
don't
teach
think
at
you're
the
muted, do
university.
you?
Hmm?
You don't think you're muted from us, do you? Okay, just making sure. Okay, I think it was just a delay for me, and your camera's also doing the thing again. So it's kind of like,
Hold on, let me check something. Let me.
I'm s- okay,
Oh no,
we
my computer needs
always,
to update, so it's being special. It needs to update. That's what's wrong with my computer right now.
I have to
I might.
restart my computer every time I open StreamYard, or else it can't find my microphone that's built into my laptop.
That's what's happening with me. So during the sprint, I'll restart, and
Okay.
then I'll come back, and then you'll be able to hear me.
Yeah. Okay.
there are so many coffee people in the chat. I love it. I've been drinking so much coffee this week. I love it. I'm usually a tea person, but I've been drinking so much coffee. I love it. Hi, people. Oh, and JK Lambo. Hey, hey, girl. Look, I
JK,
fell
hi
off the face
JK.
of the earth, so I haven't seen anybody. It's not you all. It's definitely me. Like I just fell off the face of the earth. So I'm like, I've seen nobody.
Let's see. Okay. My sister stole Roy. Okay, we are all good. So, um, Randy is here. Don't know how long the last. The bones are old and decrepit until like staying up past midnight. Um, concept of words. That might be the gerbil that controlled my brain cell complaining about working overtime. Understandable. And hello, JK. You're on the last chapter. Heck yes. Um, let's see. I guess I should learn how to do this whole live streaming thing so I can host some sprints, especially for late night writers as well. That'd be awesome. One tip is have co-hosts for your first couple of streams at least, so you're not just talking to yourself. So, yeah. Um, she says, my name is Jenny Lynn and I go by JL. I'm working on my first novel about an elderly widow and a young single mom whose lives intersect and change everything, not only for them, but for many.
Aww.
Nice. Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
That'd be tough. Yeah. Quality time is excellent.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And yes, the pie was great. Strawberry pie. Scrolling. Hello, Angel Faye! It's been a while. Let's see. I low-key thought Grayson was manually controlling the Zoom on his camera because it's officially the chaos hours. Nice. Okay,
I
so
can't control it.
I do have a question because this is poetry themed. Your life is alchemized into a poem. What is the title and style? So you can contemplate this while we do our first sprint. So I don't know many poetic styles, so my answer will be pretty basic. But here we go. First sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, welcome back. Ah, we survived the first sprint. Um, so, how'd you guys do? What'd you get up to?
I am making my thumbnail for my sprint tomorrow morning. I'm the last one. I believe you'll be up there with me. I'll send everything. It's been a crazy week, so I'm just now making my thumbnail. Oh, surprise, folks! I'll be on tomorrow. I think it's 10 a.m. that I'm on tomorrow morning. Like surprise. Um,
Well,
stay. So I'm making the thumbnail now, and I spent some time with your question. I was like, that's such a good question. Your life is alchemized into a poem. What is the title and style? Definitely the style is a guazel. And that is a Middle Eastern Arabian style that's now seen a lot in Pakistan and Turkey, and with couplets and repeating themes. And I work a lot with repetition. And the title would probably be "And Still," because every time things happen in my life that seem like, oh my God, like, is it going to kill her? And it's like, no, and still, like, she crawled out of a hole in the ground and, like, she just missed the explosion. It's great. Like, you would think it took her out, but it didn't. That
and still she persists.
was a little dark. Um,
That's awesome. So I saw this comment here. Would you like to elaborate?
I have no original thoughts. My first thought was coffee. And did I use that excuse to procrastinate? I did. Absolutely. I did
Uh-huh.
nothing that sprint.
Nice. I was listening to the Holes audiobook. I am getting close to halfway through. Um, yeah, so it's a middle grade. It's not that long, but I read it as a kid and I loved it. So it's fun revisiting. I found the original score that went with the movie for Holes, so I'm listening to the soundtrack while I listen to the audiobook at the same time. It's magical.
Nice.
It's taking me right back to my childhood, man. So, um, and if my life was a poem, I don't know. So I kind of based it around my writing, I guess. So it would be prose poetry, and it would be swallowed in the depths of horror, glinting with kindness. So
Ooh.
yeah,
I love it
Nice.
because you're so sweet and kind, and your writing is so chilling and scary, but you're not. Like, I'm not afraid of you, just the things you write. I'm just like, oh. And I'm like, oh, a book is good when you're kind of like lifting the corner, like, ooh, that's scary. Ooh, oh,
nice.
I feel that because I get excited, like, oh, Laura sent me something. I get excited, then I go, oh no, Laura sent me something. Do I need to turn the lights on? Do I need to not be alone in the room? What else am I going to be scared of today? Thank you, Laura.
Tiffany always has to get her security blanket whenever I read my stuff out loud. Man.
yeah, it's like it's fine, except my house is settling. So our house is a little
Oh.
over 20 years old. So not too old, but the house is starting to settle, which is fine. Like during the day,
No, it's
nothing's going on.
not.
But inevitably, I'm reading something you sent me and I'll hear like a creak or a crack or something. And I'm like, what's happening? And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh, just the house.
Uh-huh.
I think.
So um, one of my other author friends, she was telling the story about house renovations, and they had to they were having issues with the wiring because it was an old house, and so they were going to redo it. And so they were looking at the ceiling with the wires, and the wires were in the shape of a pentagram around the chandelier. And she's like, I don't know if we should touch this wire.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
Yeah. So,
oh.
fun, fun times. So, their house had already settled, but they had other problems with their house. Fun times. Uh,
Mm.
yeah. So, Copy Create Night says title. Oh my gosh! Pirate Rider goes rogue. Yes. That is amazing.
So relatable. So relatable. And then you roll over and you feel like you're gonna die for a second because you are indeed asleep and you're just like, what the hell? Oh, damn.
Oh dear. I love poetry, but after midnight, this is my mode. Let's see. She built her castle with the stone's thrown. Ooh, I like that
Ooh.
one. Let's see. Need to make an audio version of my book. I feel it's so important to be inclusive. My audiobook goes live in like 2 weeks. So I'm so excited. If you know Gwenna the Winna, she did the audio. So
Oh, that's so cool.
it's so good. It's so good. Let's see. Their title is Growing Through What You Go Through.
Yes.
Awesome sauce.
Or, as my mom says, not looking like what you've been through. Like a guide to beauty and style in your worst times. Because my mom is like, you might be going through hell, but you don't have to look like it. She's like, we can go clothes shopping. She's like, and she tells other people this, coworkers. And like, so she'll have a coworker going through a breakup, and she's like, "Let's go to TJ Maxx on lunch," because she's like, "You might be going through hell, but you're starting to look like it. Let's go get you a new handbag and an outfit."
Nice.
Sorry.
That's the whole concept of look like you're gliding, even though you're just like treading water so fast. Gosh. Let's see. Probably a Conlang Sevu poem titled Drowning in Thought.
Mm.
Ooh.
I'm so excited! One of the stories is actually live on my channel right now. It's called Pet Pill. So it's like a minute and 4 seconds. So it's just too long for a short. But yeah.
Ooh.
So if you want a taste of Gwenna's narrative prowess, go give it a listen. Yeah. It's so weird only going for 2 hours. Ugh. Okay. Let me go get my new timer that I made today.
Oh.
Hey, new timer.
How long do you guys want to go for?
I'm down for whatever, to be honest.
Yeah, I am like, what is time? Because I actually taught a class earlier. I taught a class at 11 a.m. my time.
Uh-huh.
But then I just like ended up taking a long nap. So at this point, what day even is it? Like, I'm not even sure what's happening. So I love all your timers. Whatever you got, I'll take it. Like,
Naps are magical, man. And we have a vote for 25. Thank you. Okay, let me share my screen. And then I'll scroll it on down. Oh, and I hit an iconic milestone yesterday. Um, I hit 666 subscribers.
Ooh.
It's like, yes! I had to screenshot it. It's like, heck yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, yeah, because my stats were on the side of the video. Okay. Um, I do have another question to ravage your brain. How have you grown as a writer? I know you're awesome, but you've probably grown since you started. So that is question numero dos. Felicia, hello, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Let's see. Tried to nap around 8 or so last night. Didn't wake up till 11. That's an excellent nap. Dare I say, you went to bed. Just conked. That's awesome. Okie dokie. Um, let's start the timer. In 3, 2, 1, go. was the second sprint, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I talked to my sister, and then I continued on with the audiobook. I listened to it on YouTube in a playlist, and chapter 5 was in between chapters 18 and 19. So that was a fun surprise. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to rewatch the movie Holes because I remember it very fondly. My younger cousin was really into it because it came out in 2003, which was my senior year of high school. So she was really into it. So I watched it a bunch when it came out. And that was the last time we saw Shia LaBeouf like sane or doing well to appear sane.
I
Like,
know.
everything after that has just been.
You've seen the music video, right?
Music video?
Shia LaBeouf.
Do I want to? Okay.
You're muted, Greg.
Okay.
When it cut to him at the end, when
Yes!
I tell you I was cracking up, I was in tears. I'm like, why is this a thing?
It's all about a superstar Shia LaBeouf, who's also a cannibal murderer. Chewing on your stump leg. Body slamming superstar Shia LaBeouf.
Like they're on stage and everything performing this, and then at the end he's in the audience just going.
He approved of the song. Good thing I'm jitsu.
Okay, but that's so on brand for him that I'm just like,
Yeah.
It makes sense. I'm gonna tell you what I need though. I'm gonna need Shia LaBeouf and Orlando Brown in one video or interview together.
Mm-mm.
I need that to happen. It's gonna be disastrous. It's gonna be hilarious. Like,
that's pure chaos. That's pure chaos.
oh, my childhood. Oh, okay. But anyway, I am still working on this.
Oh, that's so Raven. Okay, I was like,
that's so Raven.
Okay.
I'm still working on the thumbnail because Canva insists on changing where things are located to make it more accessible, but it's not, because if you leave it where it was, I knew where it was. But now if you move it, I no longer know where it is. So it's not helpful when you move things because I can't find them.
Mm-hmm.
Please stop. So that was that's why I had to make sure I was on mute, because at some point I actually like cried out, please stop. Like I was like, I don't know. Okay, because graphic design is my Achilles heel. Like that's why I'm like, Grayson, you're such a talented person. You can make things look like things. No, absolutely not. It takes me so long to make a thing look like something, and then I'll be doing it, and next thing you know, an element has moved slightly, and I'm like, that's ugly now. What happened? It was fine, and now it's not fine, and like
I found a portrait that I did in charcoal about 14 years ago in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see it?
Yes. I love charcoal.
You might not be able to recognize the actor.
Yes, I think.
Oh.
Yes, but that is gorgeous.
That take you? Oh my god.
That is excellent work. That is, oh God, I'm horrible with names, but I know who it is. Oh, name. I know who that is, but the name is like, but that is amazing. See,
That does look absolutely
That's
amazing.
it's Killian Murphy before Peaky Blinders.
yes, because
So
I
this
was
is
like,
like Batman Begins
Oh.
era.
yes, because I was like, I knew exactly who it was, and I am so bad with names that 95% of the time an actor will come on my TV or I'll watch something and I'm like, the guy, and Grayson can tell you because I will message him and be like, the guy from the guy. And he's like, Portia, you have to give me a little bit more context. And I'm
The
like,
guy from the thing who did the stuff.
right. And then I'm like, that movie with, and then I'll name somebody who's done like a ton of movies. He was in that movie with Ben Affleck in like 2005. And he's like, Portia, please, that's like everybody. I'm like, no. Like, I am
Oh.
terrible because I'm almost as bad with names of movies as I am names of people. So it's this circular thing of
Mm-hmm.
guy that did that movie that time with the people. But I'm not as bad as Edward because Edward will, whereas I know I don't know the name, Edward will give the absolute wrong name. And then you'll be like really confused and puzzled. And when you figure it out, it's somebody like sometimes somebody of an entirely different race or gender. And I'm like, what? So he'll say, like, to the point where he'll say, like, Meryl Streep. And I'm like, what? She doesn't sing. And he's like, you know who I'm talking about. And I'll be like,
She does in Into the Woods.
she does. But it'll be like somebody that's a singer, and he's like, the song with Meryl Streep. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And then you just are running through people to him. And then it'll be like, I'm like, are you talking about Mary J. Blige? And he's like, yes. I knew it was an M. And I'm
Mary J.
like,
Mind blown.
That's like
it's
a parrot and a
terrible.
kiwi being like, these are the same. Edward, how? How?
Well,
In what world?
it's an Edward Brain thing because today he said peacocks are just fancy turkeys, which is true, but who thinks of that? And I
So
was
yeah, at least those were both humans.
so when he said he was like, peacocks are just fancy turkeys, and I was like, actually, I was like, I won't.
Do they taste like turkey?
I I would feel really bad eating a peacock, although they probably are delicious, but they're so like, you know, feathery. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. That's rude. Like, it's so
Just eat the
rude.
peahens then. Eat the
He sounds
girls.
like my mom, who names everything wrong, including her children. She'll be like, Teresa. I'm like, who's Teresa? And she's looking at me. Mind you, Teresa's my aunt. So she's like, Teresa. And I'm looking at her like, I'm not your sister. Tracy. That's my father. Dallas. Dallas is my dead dog. Why are you calling me Dallas? Like, she'll call me. And she said, she goes, you know who I'm talking to? No, I don't. You called like 15 different people.
Called from beyond the
Darlene. She's not even
grave.
related. Yeah, she just calls me everything, and I have to sit there. She goes, child that I burped. I was like, okay, there's two of them. Give me the correct name. My brother's looking at me like, leave me out of it. I'm not part of this. And she's like literally the other day, she's like, oh yeah, those sleeper people, they're coming to, I think, like Cedar Park, I think, or Houston. I was like, the sleeper people. I'm thinking like, is that it's like a murdering group? Or like, what is that? The sleeper people? I'm sitting there getting scared, like the sleeper people. And she's like, yeah, you love them. Me? Sleep token. Sleep token's coming to Texas, and she called them the sleeper people because she couldn't remember their name. And then Cozy. I was like, who's Cozy? She's he's coming to Texas. Who the hell is Cozy? I had to sit there for a while. Long hair. The Fey Man. Hosier, Ma. Mm-hmm. Cozy? Thanks, Ma. So yeah, Edward is
Wait,
reminding me of
wait.
Mom right now.
Have I been calling this person the wrong name forever? Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Because I've only
Hosier?
seen it written down. Oh God, I've been calling him Hoser for years because I've only seen it written down,
It's
and
better
I
than
was
cozy.
like, Hoser, Hosier, like Hoser. I think I don't know. I'm so bad at this. I'm like, I don't know what this is, and I'm just like, okay. Wow, wow.
I mean, just know that she's never misnamed you though. Whenever she's like, "Oh, how's Portia?" She called you correctly every single time.
Portia's iconic.
I love that. My mom also calls you correctly every single time. How's everybody, and specifically Grayson? Um,
Hi, Mom.
Specifically Grayson. And it's funny because Jabria is the girl that's growing the oranges. She's not growing oranges. She has a garden, but I have never mentioned her growing oranges because she's not. My mom has somehow given her an orange grove that does not exist in real life. Um,
She's really wanting Bria to grow some oranges.
and
Nice.
perhaps she should, but I'm like, that's not a thing. That's
Back to the chat.
yeah.
Hello, Loretta. And Angel Faye went to bed, and we had a question about finding beta readers. I usually just go through AuthorTube and Horror Writer Discords and ask. Yeah, let's see. Jessica says, I reread some of my outline and got 9 words while 100% distracted by finally watching the last current episode of Hell of a Boss. Nice. And Kelly, hello. Thank you. Let's see. Super Strange Charcoal came out tonight. I was just talking about different forms of art tonight and how my father was good at charcoal. Thought about giving it a try myself. I would get smears all over my face, especially because I had to keep moving my glasses. Ugh. Yeah. So, how have you grown as a writer, Porscha? Or were you perfect to begin with?
No. Oh God, no.
She was born with pen and paper in her hands.
No. How I've grown as a writer, I think I've gotten a lot better with rejection because I used to submit things, and then if something got rejected, I would be all like sad and oh, they didn't like it. And I would take it like as a moral feeling. Oh, I'm sending stuff out, people aren't liking it. And now I'm like, rejections means I'm sending things out. If I'm getting responses back, it means I'm submitting. And if they don't like it, I'm like, bully for you, somebody else will. Like, I'm so good at rejection now. It's just like, it's fine. Like, I mean, I'm like, it used to be like, do they hate me personally? Now it's just like, yeah, okay, F you too. Like, I'll send it to somebody else. It's fine.
Yeah, I get rejection emails and it's like, oh, I forgot I had that on submission. One time I got an acceptance over a year after I submitted it. I was like, oh, I forgot about that story. Thanks.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah, that one comes out May or June. So, yay. Yeah.
Exactly. I love when you forget about it. Or I recently got an entire packet, accepted an entire packet of poems selected, which does not happen in poetry. Like they'll ask for 3 or 5, and they pick the one, maybe 2 pieces that they want, and they'll take it. And I got an entire packet of poems selected, and I was like, I didn't know that happened. So it was but because I have like no ego, like I have negative ego, and my therapist is working with me to like give me more confidence. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
is that a thing they can have? I was like, is this clerical error? Because I was like, I've never heard of somebody's whole packet getting accepted. And then I'm like, I didn't send any of that out somewhere else, did I? So I'm looking like, instead of being happy, I'm like, wait, let's make sure I didn't like
Yeah.
submit and I didn't. So it's fine. But
You're just a unicorn. Super,
Born with a
super
pen and paper
magical.
and hair. Born with a golden pen in hand. That's Portia.
No. I still write terrible things with regularity. And that's how you grow as a writer. Not everything's good. Some things just suck. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like, but I think the growth as a writer sometimes is being able to tell. I tell other poets all the time, I'm like, some things it's just good to get out, and some things are fine. And that's fine. Some things are fine, and you keep it for yourself, and that's just a moment that happened, and it's for your journal. Please do not send that out for submission because it's just fine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not great. It's not like something that you want people to know you for. Like, knowing what to keep in your journal and what to actually submit for publication or put in your book is important because there's a lot of poets who are good poets but don't know how to pick like their better work as opposed to just I wrote a thing. I am very good at being like, I wrote that. And that happened, and that's not going to be seen by anybody else but me. We're gonna that indeed happened. Those words were written.
I can at least agree on that because I literally just did that. Except for I think you're the only one who's seen them.
Well, no, I have to disagree because everything you sent me has been amazing. So I don't know
Same.
to what you refer, but everything that you've sent me has been like an overwhelming saga of like delicious emotion and plot building and things that make me happy. So please don't delete any of that. That's everything you sent me is good. I liked it.
I meant when I just sent you a signal because that was a joke.
Did you send me something? Let's see. And I have
because I was procrastinating.
Oh, it would help if I actually was clicking on the right person because I was like, oh, that's wonderful. No, that's not you. Sorry.
So Kelly, yes, there is. The horror writer Discord is called LOHF Writing Group. I don't think I have the ability to send invites on that one. Oh, hang on, I do. Haha. So message me on Instagram at nettles.animation and I will send you a invite link to the Ladies of Horror Fiction Discord. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
I will just say really quickly because I know we probably need to get into a last sprint or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but I am a little envious of the fictioners that you all do the whole beta reader thing, alpha and beta readers, because poets don't really work like that. I mean, we have people to work with, but we don't send things out to readers typically.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might have a workshop partner or a mentor that you might send something to help you work it out, but we don't really send things to readers in advance. So when I got to author, I had heard of alpha readers, but that's not really a thing we do. So I was like, these people are like sending each other their work and getting feedback in real time. That is amazing. I was like, poets do not do that. Like we brood in a cave and then we send it to like the two people that we've built trust with for 17 years apiece. And it's like, please help me with it. Like it's a very closed process. And poets are very like cagey about people I don't know why, but poets are very cagey about people getting like even like advanced copies. A lot of poets are like, no, like get it when it comes out, it's mine. Like they're just like a dragon over the gold. No, it's the precious. Like, I don't want anybody to see. It's really weird. And then fiction folks are just like, hey, I wrote a thing. Would you like to see it? Like, here's a
Hmm.
Discord. I'll send it to like all 725 of you. And I'm like, that's great. I love that. Like,
Honestly,
I
Discord
love
is
getting
really, really good for
feedback.
that.
yeah.
So, really quickly go through other people's answers. We have I've grown in that I realize my writing, as much as it's about me and thoughts, is ultimately about the reader's experience. I want to write books that people are reading long after I am gone.
Hmm.
Jessica says, how can I list the ways? Learn more eloquence. I was really snippy before. Learn better plotting. Learn how to take criticism and use it. Admitted not everything is perfect in draft one. Oh, I was so proud of my first draft of my first book. And then I tried to read it. I was like, there is so much tense shifting. I can't do this. Yeah. Let's see. I've learned that description is my friend and detail is its cousin. Yeah, it is.
Ooh, nice.
And I have also learned to not bother with the micro editing before the macro editing. That could have saved me an immense amount of time had I known that in the beginning. Indeed. And Loretta says, I think I have grown to now celebrating when I go off on a tangent instead of making myself return to the subject at hand. My best writing comes from following my thoughts where they want to go. Nice. Anya! Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll send it to you on Discord. Hello! So we shall do a final teeny tiny sprint. Same timer because I'm lazy. Let's do this. And pause. Thank you. Ta-da! Okie dokie. Final sprinty sprint. In 3, 2, 1, go. it! We made it through the final sprint. And oh yeah, I already said hi. But hi again, Anya. Yeah, I listened to more of Holes. And I was like, what is the word count? How does it compare to my middle grade? So Holes apparently is 46,554 words. And mine's only 33,000. But that's okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I continue working on my magic system.
yeah. Is it magical?
It's magical.
Ooh.
Is it like innate magic or external magic?
Both.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm trying to work out because I have three major witch covens um, that I'm trying to separate, like which magic they work on. And why am I hearing an echo? Oh, that's YouTube. Please don't, YouTube. It's scaring me.
Hello from the other side.
So I'm trying to figure out which family does what magic and why it works for them and things like that. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Uh-huh.
And try to balance it so it's not like overpowered because I can't stand overpowered magic in a book. So doing that and then working out how my vampires work.
Ah.
Mhm.
What you get up to, Portia?
Um, almost done with the thumbnail, and I could go a little faster, but I'm checking Twitter for my one time a week. I've been like doing less and less social media, and I was like, let me check Twitter for my one time a week, and I was like, yep, it's as terrible as it's always been. Um, everything's terrible, and the world is on fire. And which is most of it's so funny because I have disability folks, activism folks, and then I have just poets that don't care about anything else but poetry. So it's like the world's on fire and it's terrible. Be like, I'm chronically ill, I don't want to die. And then you have somebody like, if you've sold less than 100 copies and you won a contest, that's not good. And you should talk to somebody about that. And she's like, I'm just like, oh yeah, you should definitely see a manager while the world is on fire. Like, please.
Honestly,
Yeah.
mine is just gamers and voice actors. That's all who I have. So I'll look on. I'm like, oh, gamers fighting amongst each other, guys
Oh,
attacking the girl gamers for no reason, and then random voice actor like, check out my new project. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Let me hyper focus something else that I don't need to hyper focus on.
mine's basically all writers and literary agents. So I logged into Twitter for the first time in months and found out that Pit Dark and Kidlit Pit events are next month. So I will be ready. So I'm going to pitch my novel on Twitter next month. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Good luck to you for that.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck.
Next month,
Yeah.
starting 2nd of May, I'll be drafting. So I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh. Very,
So
very cool.
I want to do beast mode in May. That's Michael Laron does this beast mode right as much as you possibly can in a month. Like no other rules, just chaos. Like um, so I want to do that in
Do it.
May. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, but here's the thing. So I just taught a class earlier today. The class I taught was decolonizing productivity. And I'm actually trying to have work life balance. So should I? I'm going to, but is it good for my mental health? Probably not. Am I going to like drink copious amounts of coffee and do it anyway and be mentally just like unbalanced and an anxious mess? Most likely because
Oh my
that's
god, I'll
what
do it with
writers
you.
do. Like, if you're mentally balanced, are you even a writer? I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to be like, like,
I am not. I'm neurodiverse. How's that?
yes, I I'm neurodiverse too. I have all my drinks over here, which I thought was a Porsche thing, and Grayson was like, "No, you're just neurodivergent." Like, did you
Yeah, I'm looking
have?
over here at my coffee and all the different flavors of water bottles I have sitting over here. Like, no, it's not just you.
I have my engraved cup of water with ice, but it has my initials.
Nice.
Yeah.
I literally have G Fuel sitting over here, just in case I bring a bottle of water that has no flavor. Like, I have caffeine on deck somewhere in my room at all times.
Nice.
I think that there are neurodivergents that can't do water flavoring, and then the ones that can't not do water flavoring because Edward can't not like his water has to be flavored, and I just can taste the artificialness in the flavoring of what. Like I just want regular water, maybe a little bit of lemon. Like I don't like flavored water, but his has to be flavored. So we're the only two people that live here, but there is a division of water. I just have regular water. He has flavored water. Like never the two meet. Like it's a thing. Like somebody has to be dying of dehydration to drink the other one's water. We don't.
Listen,
Have
raw
you
water
ever
here
thought?
tastes disgusting.
Have you ever thought of doing like shorts of reviewing different water tastes?
Ooh,
Like this is this brand of water and this brand of water.
do it.
I
I'd
should
watch.
do that because I often have thoughts because I just judged somebody because she's like, my favorite water is Voss. And I was like, why? I
But
mean,
Nestle Pure Life, I cannot stand.
it's
No,
disgusting.
Yeah.
no.
It's that's pretty disgusting.
I'd rather have Austin sink water, and we know not to touch that because it's we're always under like a boil warning. Like, hey, please boil your water at least 3 times before you try to do anything with it. I'd rather drink that raw than touch Nestle water. I'm just saying.
Well, back to the chat. Good job, Jessica. 280 words for that sprint and getting some progress. We've officially brought in Heron's mad side. Woot. Non-binary god of love and lust in this Hades and Persephone retelling. Ooh,
Nice.
Ooh,
very cool. Thank you. Not to send water out there.
yes. And Dasani is like right after that. So if you think about the waters that are like the seven circles of hell, like Dasani is in there somewhere. Nestle Pure Life is in there somewhere.
Dasani tastes like disappointment. It's liquid disappointment. Like I don't know. No. It's just like a very couple of it's a little bit of depression, but mostly just disappointment when you taste it. It's like, oh, what is this? Gross. No, I can't. I'm sorry. No.
And when I was in high school, we had Dasani machines, and we all still laugh about it on Facebook because we had Dasani machines. So it was just Dasani or water from the water fountain. But DC had a lead, has always had a lead in the water problem. So it's like either like risk your cognitive health or drink Dasani. And it was really like a 50-50 split. Even with that, like there's lead in it. And people were like, I'll take my chances. I'm not drinking Dasani. Yeah, it was.
I wish
Jessica
y'all
says I can
had
only
a.
do my nice filtered ice water if I do any water at all.
I just
I
had
wish
some
your school
delicious
had
filtered water at the
water in the
car dealership
machine.
because our car died and we had to get another one. So
That's
I
pathetic.
was yes, our car was just like not doing it anymore. So in a very dramatic flare of just no more, I can't take it, she died. We had to get another car. But the Mazda dealership, like the car is really nice, but I will say their filtered water is like chef's kiss. I was like, this is damn good water. I was like, so shout out to you, Mazda, for whatever your filtering system is. Like,
And on that note, it is time to end the stream. The playlist link is in the description. Up next is Anya. So see you guys over there. And Hit end stream. There we go.